The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back at it. It's The Local Show. We're broadcasting from the Zoe Advertising Studios, sponsored by Victory in Motion, the home of knee repair, not knee replacement. And you can see us on YouTube. And what a joy it is to see Steve. He's munching on a piece of candy.
Tom.
Yes?
Okay, our next guest, Sev Gonnella, made some candy.
Did he really?
You can see it here on YouTube. It is delicious.
Oh, great.
So just to clear, nobody can have any of these. And you're not going to eat them all.
Yeah, golly.
So this is very caramely. So
enjoy.
Why don't you ask some
It's
questions?
very, very tough not to eat during the holidays. You know, there's always something out on the table. Somebody gives a gift.
For a week.
It's nuts.
And then you got to make an exception. I'll have this one. Well, then, I don't know about you. One is hard.
It's hard, yeah. It's
have
difficult.
one potato chip.
No,
good luck with that.
It's very difficult. But you like to make the candy?
We do something different every year. Me and my kids and my wife, we pick something to do, some project to give gifts to the family. And this year we made 11 different kinds of chocolates, all homemade chocolates. And Steve was second to last on the list of
that is awesome. Well, last year, the year before, you made coasters, right?
Yeah, leather coasters.
You're creative people.
Tons of things.
That's wonderful. You do things.
So how do you pay for all this? Do you have a business?
Yes, I do.
All right. So tell us about Clean All. I know that years ago, your grandparents, was it your grandparents or great-grandparents?
My great-grandparents.
Great-grandparents, probably in the 20s, I'm imagining, started a little company called Shiva.
Well, La Shiva was the bleach that they sold. They sold bleach house to house on the north side.
Right.
For a while, they had a little market, and during the Depression, that got closed down. So my great-grandmother and grandfather started selling bleach door to door on the north side.
When they obviously from Italy, right? They came over from Italy. Was there a big bleach thing in Italy? Did they have a?
That's a great question.
I don't know that answer to that question.
Yeah.
I thought everybody from Italy had to work at Learberry.
Yeah, well,
I thought that was
a lot there,
right? I thought that was like a rule.
Yeah, or Syracuse, China. My great grandmother, my father's aunt. She painted all the. She did most of the dishes with the hand painting all around the outsides. Wow. Yeah, she did that. So yeah, there was a lot of the things that Italians did. But so they were selling bleach. I just don't know what would make them do that. But it was popular because people needed bleach.
Absolutely. Used it for everything.
That was like you use it everything from cleaning a toilet to in the laundry.
Teeth. My
really?
Great-grandmother brushed her teeth with bleach.
Get out of here.
And I will tell you this. I don't know if I should do this on air.
Yeah, it's fine.
But if I've got a little toothache, I'll gargle with a little bit of bleach and water. And my wife says I'm crazy.
Well, regardless.
Right. But then I asked a dentist, what do they use sometimes to sanitize, to clean, to disinfect? And they said bleach.
Really?
That's something.
Well, the views on the show are not those of WSR and I Heart Music, and the opinions of the guests are their own.
I don't think I could get by the smell. When you smell bleach, it makes me gag.
Couple drops in water. You don't.
Woo. I know. When I was a kid, this will surprise you. I loved the smell of chlorine. I don't know. I was like...
No, that explains a lot.
I thought chlorine was just the little tablets that would float around in the spaceship on the pool.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I do. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I don't even want to know what he thinks of urinal mints. But... So, how did the bleach develop into Clean All, or did it?
It did. So, bleach is 5% sodium hypochlorite. Chlorine for pools is 13% sodium hypochlorite. So, you take liquid chlorine, mix it with water, and you have bleach.
I see.
And so the bleach business went into the pool business, went into a lot of other things, and here we are today.
And bleach and chlorine are the same thing.
Correct. People call bleach. Some people, sometimes when I call the facility to order a tanker of chlorine, they say, you want bleach, right? Because in their world, bleach is 12 or 13% sodium hypochlorite, which is sodium hypochlorite in water. So they call it bleach.
Okay. So everybody's pool is asleep, frozen, covered. If they didn't do it, fine. So warm them up, okay? It starts to melt in March. The ice is out. What's the number one thing people do that they do it wrong, and you see it and you roll your eyes?
Take your cover off too early. And what I suggest is to with most people now having the safety covers or the mesh covers or trampoline covers, pull the cover back, pull out your plugs, start your system, add some chlorine, and keep the cover on to keep all of the stuff that's going to fly around in the spring out of the pool.
What, so twigs and leaves and
whatever. Yeah. You can circulate with the cover on and then wait until you're ready to really open it. So you got all the stuff, the pollens and things like that. Pull the cover off, then the water's churning already, and then vacuum it once and go.
Okay. What about hot tubs? So now, this is hot tub season, right? People are rocking right now.
Yep.
So is there something people do wrong with that, or is that a simpler process?
Shock the hot tub every time you use it.
Really?
And shock is just putting in a lot of chlorine.
Whatever your mode of shocking is, people have powder, liquid, non-chlorine shock. When you have a small body of water in your body, especially Steve's body, gets in the hot tubs,
right.
That's a lot of dirt that you don't realize. So the minute you get in the hot tub, it depletes the sanitizer that's in there. Right away, you're in there, it's doing its job. When you get out, that hot tub has no sanitizer, and your tablets that slowly dissolve won't get that back up in time. So every time you use it, you decide what your shock is, half a teaspoon of this, a tablespoon of that, and put it in there every time you use it, and leave the cover off for 10 minutes while that circulates, because the chemical action creates fumes that are not good for the cover.
Yeah.
So let that
It'll
circulate.
deteriorate a cover pretty good. Yeah.
Are you telling me I should be creeped out by a public hot tub?
No comment.
Okay. Because I don't know.
I don't think we have that around here, do we? Public?
Well, you go to like a resort.
Hotel. Yeah.
And that thing's over there. I don't know. Maybe I just.
Do you work in the commercial space as well?
Absolutely. We do a lot of commercial work.
Okay.
Big filtration systems. We're installing a filtration system right now at Fowler High School. We've done those. We do a lot of indoor water management programs where we come into hotels and other indoor pools like therapy pools, and we provide a system, controls, weekly, daily, monthly visits.
So it's turnkey. They don't have to worry about it.
Correct. Chemicals are included if they want them. Maintenance on the handicap chairlift that nobody does. There's a package. You pick the things, the menu that you want, and then we provide you with a program, 1 or 2 year contracts.
Can people talk about repairing or restoring their pool this time of year, or they got to wait till it all melts so you can climb in there?
Talk now so you can get on the schedule, because things get busy.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Are there any chemicals that people should stay away from that are bad for your body in a pool?
No, it's how you use them. The control systems that keep the chemistry going at tiny increments, that's great because you can't overuse it. People are like, I just put a ton of chlorine in my pool. And okay, that's great. It keeps it sanitized, but too much chlorine is an irritant. It ruins metals, does different things. So if you have a way to keep it consistent at a small level that's correct, that's where you save money. That's where you save. You're safe and all those.
So I get that kind of advice. No offense to my folks at the big box stores, but the chlorine's down around the corner, and they point.
Yep.
You can be a doctor and write a script and say, hey, what is it? What do you have?
Sure.
Here's what you should use. Here's what you need. Don't do it too early. And people probably spend less when they do it that way, don't they?
And the long-term savings on equipment and everything. So this is a line I always use. Somebody comes into the store and they say, well, I just keep my chlorine level high. I don't look at the pH. My pool is always crystal clear. So I'll say, let's pretend this. In front of you, you have a glass of water and a glass of white vinegar.
Right.
I'm going to put them behind my back, and I'm going to stick one out. I'm going to have you drink it. Well, no. Well, how do I know which one's the white vinegar? Well, when you look at your beautiful clear pool, that doesn't mean it's healthy water. It just means it's clear.
Great example.
Nice.
All right, Sev from Clean All, cleanallcny.com. The location's right in the corner of Erie and Geddes.
Correct.
They can walk in there and get their questions answered and
Absolutely.
talk chlorine. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.